Hello everyone, so today I have with me two MXR pedals, distortion pedals, the Fullbore Metal and the super badass Distortion. Now apart from them being both silver in color, how different is the tone between these two pedals? Are they pretty much similar? Are they completely different beast? Alright, so let's listen to that today. So now for the first part, let's just keep all the EQ controls in the middle. We'll explore that later on. What I'm going to do is just sweep through the gain knob and hear how much gain does each pedal has in its lower setting, in between, and its maximum setting. So here's my clean tone on the bridge pickup. By the way, I'm in drop C plugged into my orange dark terror, so it's set really clean here. So let's listen to the super badass with the gain at 0. Now the Fullbore Metal. Now let's just keep increasing the gain for each pedal and just listen to the gain stages on each of them. So it's quite apparent that the Fullbore Metal has tons more gain on it. Now let's explore the functions that the Fullbore Metal has but the super badass Distortion does not have. So the Fullbore Metal has a noise gate built in. It's not that noisy, but probably if I kept on cranking the volume up, it's going to get a bit more noisy. So it does a pretty good job of keeping things quiet. There's actually an internal trim port where you can adjust the noise gate actually. And the other button that the Fullbore Metal has is an instant mid scoop button. So that's what the scoop button does. And another cool feature that the Fullbore Metal has is that you can select the mid frequency that you want to adjust. So before I go into that, let's just sweep the bass and treble knobs for each of the pedals to see how far the range goes there. Now we're going to do the Fullbore first and then followed by the Super Badass, and I'm going to roll back the gain just a bit on the Fullbore. Alright, so let's sweep the low knob first. Now let's do the treble knob. Now let's do the mid knob on the Super Badass. Now let's check out the Fullbore Metal's mid adjustment knob and the frequency which you can select for the mids. So the Fullbore Metal is more gain and you can select the mid frequency, but I'll have to note that it gets very hairy as you push up the treble. The Super Badass has a much more organic kind of a tone, but just by hearing both pedals I can kind of tell that the Fullbore Metal will work with a lot of setups, whereas the Super Badass might work for less setups. So I would guess that the Super Badass will definitely benefit from having a really good tube amp as opposed to a solid state. The Fullbore Metal might sound good on most amps, but it does take a bit of tweaking. So let's compensate the EQ for each pedal for the amp that I'm using. Now we kind of heard the tone that each pedal can get you. Let's try leaving where the settings are, but I'm going to roll back the volume knob on my guitar and see how well each pedal cleans up if you need to do that. I feel the Super Badass tends to clean a bit more better. It gets a bit hairy with the Fullbore Metal. Now, between choosing these two, besides looking at whether you need the noise gate and whether you want more gain, another important factor to consider is that are you going to gain stack your pedals? Meaning, are you going to turn on more than one drive pedals at a time? Now, the Fullbore Metal will be perfect if you're going to use that pedal just by itself. If you're not going to stack it with any other OD like a Tube Screamer or an OD808 from Ehsan, things like that, it's going to work very good by itself. Whereas the Super Badass sounds like a pedal that you can easily stack with other gain pedals. So maybe if you have an overdrive pedal set at a lower gain setting, you can stack the Super Badass on top of that to get a much more higher gain sound. So that was just a quick comparison between the two pedals to help you decide if you want the Fullbore or the Super Badass. Hope it helped. Check out musicbliss.com.my for pricing info. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and see you real soon.